from LSE, then be ready to get into one of the toughest competitions. It is highly ranked, has a very great value, has a great placement rate. LSE, the fee ranges starts from. So I was just going through the comment section of a Catfly, and one of the students has inquired about the London School of Economics. Yes, LSE is one of the most renowned universities in the world and comes under top 50 universities of the world as per the QS ranking 2024. So now, since it is renowned, there must be something that the university must be having to offer to you as a student, right? So yes, let's talk about LSE today. LSE has an acceptance rate of 9%, just 9% for its international students when it comes to the post-graduation courses. If you talk about the undergraduation courses, then the acceptance rate is somewhere around 12.2%. So if you are someone who is actually planning to do their masters or their undergraduation from LSE, then be ready to get into one of the toughest competitions. Now, talking about it being very competitive, because again, it is highly ranked, has a very great value, has a great placement rate, so it actually demands a lot from you as a student. So whilst you are putting up your application to LSE, you need to ensure that your profile is strong enough to actually compete the other students who will be applying for that particular intake. Now, talking about the requirements, the very general or basic requirements that it takes for you to get into LSE is your percentage. If you talk about your undergraduation, then you need to have pure minimum 95% in your 12th class. Yes, you heard it right. 95% is the bare minimum score that you need to have if in case you are interested to study an undergraduation course from LSE. Whereas if you talk about your post-graduation course, then you need to have more than 65% and you need to give your basic English requirement test and GRE or GMAT, the other standardized test. And if you're going for a course like law, then you might have to give LN18, LNAT. So these are few of the standardized tests that you have to give whilst you are actually preparing to get into LSE, depending upon course to course, right? Now, talking about the course or the fee structure that is there. If you talk about LSE, the fee ranges starts from pure minimum 15 lakhs for a post-graduation course, and if you talk about undergraduation course, then it actually crosses a crore rupees because it is of 3 years and is very costly for you as a student. So if you actually belong to a financially sound family, only then you should actually target to LSE for your undergraduation or masters, because yes, the university does provide you with certain financial aids, but it is only up to 10 to 15 lakh rupees. That is the maximum amount the university might waive off on your tuition fee. Now, talking about the GRE or GMAT that you might have to give. For the GRE, the basic English test like IELTS, wherein the bare minimum requirement for an IELTS score is to you to score 7 as an overall band and nothing less than 6.5 in any of the categories. And if you talk about your GRE in GMAT, it is also dependent upon which particular course that you are going to pursue from the university. Now, talking about your undergraduation, for undergraduation, it would be dependent upon the scores that you must have scored in your English subject. So if in case it would be more than 75%, the university might not ask you to give an English requirement test. Talking about LSE, LSE is one of the universities which is very greatly renowned for its social sciences and humanity courses, right? And the top-notch subjects which are the highly competitive courses of LSE are economics, finance and accounts. So yes, these are the most competitive courses of LSE. So if you are planning to get into any of these courses, you should really plan it well. Now, talking about the employment opportunities available. If you talk about the placement rate of London School of Economics, it's more than 95%. Yes, once you start studying there, then your chances of getting a job is somewhere around 95%. So that is something the university ensures that whatever investment that you are making in the tuition fee of the university, it is actually having a more great return on investment. So that is something the university would definitely support you with. And as we all know that London is an expensive city, so whilst you're planning for your admissions in London School of Economics, you have to ensure that you are coping up with your living expenses in such a way wherein you have to maintain a bare minimum of £14,000 in your bank account whilst you are putting up in London as a city. So £14,000 is the bare minimum requirement which covers up all your expenses, be it living, transportation, accommodation, each and everything would be summed up in those 14 lakh rupees. Be it for the undergraduation course or the post-graduation course that you might be opting for. Well, from my end, my advice for you or to any of the students would be that if you're really opting out to study in London School of Economics, go for a master's course. Why? An undergraduation course A is going to be much more expensive for you, and secondly, the master's course is more valued in the university than the undergraduation course, specifically for LSE. So if in case you're really interested to go to LSE, make sure that you are making your undergraduation's GPA very strong, your profile very strong, and saving up the money in that time tenure so as to make to the university for your post-graduation, so that you can actually take the benefits out of the greater returns from the university. This is something that I'd personally suggest you. But if in case you're really adamant or opting out to do your undergraduation, then you'd be able to do that depending upon how much of hard work you actually put in your 12th class exam. Because 95% is not an easy score. So ensure you're really working hard to get into one of the most renowned universities of the world. Also mentioning about the other documents that you may require to get into the university, apart from your passport, your 10th, 12th and your undergraduation mark sheets, would be your letter of recommendations. So there are 2 letter of recommendations that would be required from your end. Ensure that they are being made up in a very proper way and are on the letterhead of either your university or the school that you have graduated from or the company that you are currently working in. Right now, LSE, since it's a university which is known for its management and humanities courses, like I stated, and the competition is very high, so your LORs also do make a difference. And the other thing which is an integral part of your application and would actually make a difference of your profile and in your profile would be your statement of purpose. Whenever you are framing a statement of purpose for LSE, ensure that it is not only telling the benefits of the university and you're not just praising the opportunity that you might get from the university's end, you're also inculcating the points about your profile so as why the university should choose you as a student to come and study with them. You should always glorify your achievements, be it related to your academics or your extracurricular activities, that you tell the university why you as a student deserve to study in LSE and how you will be actually helping the university to reach the greater heights. Because LSE is no less when it comes to talking about its alumni. It has also given 2 of the British government leaders to the country. It has also teachers and the faculties of LSEs belonging to really knowledgeable backgrounds. So whenever you're applying to the university, ensure that you're covering up and going through all these points very briefly and taking mentorship or getting in contact with the alumni if possible and ask them for a brief on how to get on the university. And apart from that, if you would like to have a one-on-one counseling session and would want us to help you with an international mentorship that'll guide you to get into the university and helping you with a complete registration at the university, then you can always reach out to us at Acadfly and we'd be happy to help you and make your dreams turn into a reality. So this was just a brief about LSE, and if you would want more information on any other universities, scholarships or countries, feel free to drop a comment in the section below. We here at Acadfly would be happy to help you. Thank you. Bye.